Hey guys, this is Gloria. So I just want to share with you guys some projects that I have been working on. Two of which are altered projects, and then one is a card, as you can see, that is right back there. So I just want to share with you guys what I've been doing and some products that I've been using. So, like many of you guys, I have purchased the Gina Marie dies, which I absolutely love. Absolutely love those dies, and I wish I can have every single one of them. Um, but I was able to complete some projects with them, and I just want to share with you guys a little bit of information regarding them. First off, they cut absolutely beautifully, but if you do purchase the scallop rectangle, the scallop rectangles, beautiful dies, but they do not cut out a frame. So if you want to cut out a frame, you would have to definitely purchase the straight rectangle, and then that way you can get a frame. So as you can see here, this project here layers two different dies, and one of them is the rectangle die, the just plain rectangle die with the stitches, and then one is the outward scallop die, which is this one, and that's what creates this frame. Those dies, if you don't use the rectangle die in the middle, it makes a mat, which is what is on the front of this envelope right here. So just keep that in mind when you're purchasing those dies. But otherwise, those dies are beautiful. They cut beautifully. One pass, and they're done. I also cut foam with them, and as you can see, these are shakers. All three, even the card that's in the envelope is also a shaker, and it cuts the foam beautifully, and in that way you don't have to worry about cutting foam and trying to layer it behind your frames and stuff like that. Just use the die and cut your frames. So the first thing I'm going to share with you guys, and sorry about the lighting, it's very dark here because it's cloudy and I think it's going to rain, but this is a little like notebook type journal that I purchased from Michael's for $1, I believe, on my last Michael's haul. And I wanted to change it up just a little bit. So what I did was I made this little shaker frame. As you can see, I put 2 layers of foam underneath it and layered those up. And this is some pretty paper from Hobby Lobby, and these are sequins from my stash from different places. And then these are the butterflies that I actually heat embossed on, and I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but there's white heat embossed words on top of the butterfly. One is in the inside of the shaker and one is on the outside, and this is just packaging from one of my dies that I use. And it already had Feel the Love on the front of the journal. And then this is a die cut from a die set. And I didn't get mine from Tuesday Morning. I already had it, but a lot of people picked up this die set from Tuesday Morning. But it's a American Crafts. I can't remember who's the designer, but that's that die cut, and it just says lovely. And I just glued that on the front, and then as you can see, it has the shaker elements in the inside. I also glued some of the sequin around on different places just so that it will have that sequin look already on the journal. And then it's just the journal. I didn't do any stamping or anything to the inside, but I did think that it came out really cute, and it was a great way to change up the journal. So that was the first thing that I created. And then this was a box from some perfume that my husband purchased for me. It was some Marc Jacob perfume, and I love this box. It's just a black and white box, and right here underneath this it says the name of the perfume. And so what I did was I made a little shaker element to go on top of that so that I can reuse the box, and it just says Living the Dream. This is a crepe paper flower that I made with 2 different streamers, and I just put a gold little flower center in the middle of that. And then that is a shaker as well. Sorry, I can't really shake it too good, but that is a shaker. And again, with this one I did glue some sequins around that card in on here on the front. It's not in the inside, it's just on the front, and it says Living the Dream, and that was from Tuesday Morning. And then that pink glitter cardstock in the back is from Hobby Lobby. It's a really, really thick cardstock, really thick glitter paper. And then again, I just used the Gina Marie die. Now this Gina Marie die does cut the inside because the scallops are going in the inside, and I love this die as well. So this one you don't need the rectangle to cut, but the other one you do. But yeah, that is the way that came out. And I just glued it to the front of this box, and then I can reuse this box because it's a really pretty box. So that is the second thing that I did. And then the third project that I created was this card. And I used my envelope, well, my 3-in-1 punch board to create this one. It's, you know, you can make envelopes and pillow boxes, and it's one more thing that you can make with that board, but it's a We Are Memory Keepers board. And this little doily back here is a rectangle Spellbinders doily that I created. And then this is from a Gina Marie die back here. And again, I did not use the rectangle in the inside to cut it. I also embossed this with an embossing folder that I have. I can't remember right now what that embossing folder is, but if anybody is interested, I will definitely let you know. And then this is some paper from Tuesday Mornings by American Crafts, and it has the bow on there. And then this is another crepe paper flower that I created, and then just punched out a little center and glued that to that. I love the way this envelope came out. And again, like I said, I made this envelope on my punch board, and it came out really nice, and it fits my card really good. And I love this paper. This is a double-sided paper, and it's the same paper as the paper that's on the front little fishtail banner. It's just the opposite side of the paper, so you can see the bows there. And let me just pull out the card. This is the card that I created, and I used the die from Tuesday Morning that says hello. And I love this die, and when I saw it, I knew that I wanted to make a shaker out of it. And so I cut this out using, you know, the die, and then you know, I cut my paper first. But what I did was I cut my paper a little bit larger than what the die was going to be, and I believe I left probably about 1/4 of an inch around the die, so it's about a 1/2 inch larger than what the die is going to cut, because you know this die from Tuesday Morning does not cut out this outer side. This side is this die only cuts these inside portions and does not cut out the outside, so you have to cut out your own outside, which is great because I was able to make this larger because you need to be able to put foam underneath here. So if I would have cut it to the exact A2 size, I wouldn't have had space enough to put the foam underneath in order to make it a shaker. I hope that makes sense. This bow that's on the front is actually an embossing folder that has a bunch of bows on it, and what I did was I just cut that you know, I embossed the paper, and then I just cut the bow out, and I used it on my card because it's a flat bow, but it still has like some type of dimension to it because it's an embossed bow. And then this is just a piece of paper that I cut out, a little strip, to make it look like a little ribbon going around the card. And in the back there, that is the paper from this other project. It has just gold diamonds on it, and it came from Hobby Lobby. I am so sorry about the glare, or the I don't know, but anyway, so that's that paper from Hobby Lobby, which is on sale this week for, I think it's 50% off. And as you can see the paper in the background as well. And then I just cut some scallops out using a Stampin' Up punch and layered that on the sides. And then all of it was layered on this card base that I made. And honestly, I can't even tell you how big this card is. That's why it's great to have the envelope punch board, because what I did was I measured the card, and then I put my dimensions in an app, and I have an app called the Envelope Generator. You can find that on the Apple Store, you know, the apps in the Apple Store. And you just put in your dimensions, the width and the length of your card, and the envelope generator will tell you what to cut your paper, how big to cut your paper, as well as what to start, you know, your punches on and stuff. So that is a great app to have. So again, this one is a shaker card, as you guys can see. Super duper cute. I love the way this card came out. And we just dropped off one of our girls at school on yesterday. And guys, my husband, we weren't even not even an hour. We weren't even around the corner from our house, and my husband was already crying. It was funny, but it was so cute because he loves our babies. So he was crying. But anyway, I want to start making more cards because I want to be able to send her cards and little things. She loves stuff like this, and Actually, when we were dropping her off yesterday, she pulled out some stuff that I made her years ago, and she was like, "Look, I still have this and I still have that," and she put it up in her dorm room, which really warmed my heart. So I want to be able to make her some little things and send them to her periodically so that she can have them, you know, just a little something from me. So anyway, this is the little shaker card that I made, and it's on a pink card base, which is um, this is basil paper, so it's pretty thick, but it's also layered. And I just put some more paper in the inside, and this is my little square to write my message on. And I did add some sequin, pink and gold sequin, to the inside of the card. And then this is the back side of the card where I did layer more of that paper, and then I'm going to put my little stamp right down there at the bottom when I get around to stamping it with my little logo on it. But that is about it. That is the card that I created. I think it came out super duper cute, and I love it, and I can't wait to send it off to her. And that is about it, guys. So those are my projects for the day. If you guys have any questions or comments, oh, before I go, I do still have those 2 D-stash videos up. Some items have sold, some items have not. Like I said before, whatever does not sell, then I'll be taking it to the consignment sale, but I would love to sell them before the consignment sale in October. And then I also have an announcement coming up about that consignment sale, so be sure to check each and every video from here on out, because it'll be, you know, worth checking out, I guess. So yeah, that is about it, guys. I will link the D-stash videos down below. Just check the information box for each video, and you can see what has sold and what has not sold. And if you're interested in it, please leave your PayPal address on those videos and which lot you're interested in, and I will get back to you very quickly. And that is about it, guys. So I hope that everyone is having an awesome weekend so far. I am having a wonderful weekend, and I hope to get some crafting done this weekend as well. So again, guys, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll get with you as soon as I possibly can. Take care, guys. Bye.